as a rapper, you expected to go to jail. Not expected it. Like, I don't mean it like you literally are guaranteed to go to prison just for having a rap. I don't mean it like that. But shit happens, so shit has to happen. So from my point here, sometimes you have to go to jail to get publicity. Like, if they know you got like put it like this. Someone like at my level going to prison, especially for like something semi-high profile right now, where I only have a couple hundred subs, that's gonna become, especially locally, a bunch more. You feel what I'm saying? Especially if I can find a way to like plug my brand name into like my arrest report, my police reports and shit. Like, if I can find a way to plug any of my brand names in that shit, like, honestly, that's one of the smart things Sugar Free did when he got arrested. You are seized in property of Sugar Shaft International. I feel like there's a lot of these motherfuckers who's like I said, bigger than the rappers, who feel like, who have they get some type of enjoyment out of like making them do ridiculous shit. Why do you think there's a ritual, allegedly, of like motherfuckers bite man in the dress? I don't think that's no fucking ritual. What I think that is I think that it's some type of sick shit people above them be on, who be sharing certain secrets with them, who then, because they know that they share certain secrets with them, they know they can tell them anything and say it under that context, and then they could fucking, they feel they're gonna believe it, and they might believe it, unfortunately. I hope that's not the case, but point blank is that, like, I feel like that's what happened with Meg here. I feel like people might say, yo, really fuck Tory up. Tory's fucking everything up for your boss, my boss. You gotta remember, this is Meg with Rock Nation. Right, there's an issue with Tory right now. Tory didn't sign to him. It was on some Yo Gotti tip without the baby mother being involved. R.P. Dolph. And I have a video I'm gonna do on the sigils coming up. I also have a video relating to I guess rappers dying and like the upsides to it. There's not like, I'm not trying to glorify it or even encourage it at all, but there are some specific, very specific, and not enough to justify someone dying, upsides to when that happens. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to, like, I don't think I'll, use, I might use some specific examples, but like at the same time, I want to keep it in the right tone. So like that one's going to really take applying some, it's going to take the right timing, I think. But yeah, so yeah, what's going to happen is one of them is going to prison. I think it was like, almost imagine the Coliseum, right? You got Meg steps in on one side, Tory steps in on the other side. It's just, you know what I'm saying, like David Icke said about prisons, like you could touch it, you could feel the walls of the Coliseum, and you could hear the people there and see the lions and shit, right? He didn't say what I'm saying, but he said the same shit about, prison and like how the world is a prison to some people. Like, anyway, so you can see the whole Coliseum and shit, and then there's another Coliseum where it's all there, you just can't see it. You know what I'm saying? And he said some shit about the TV being the greatest hypnotist in planet Earth. Anyway, so yeah, I knew what this was. The moment it happened, I had a feeling she ain't get shot. I said at the same time, I really think this is just so one of them go to jail. Like, that's what I'm saying. As a rapper, like, I don't certain shit is true because you don't see 5, 6, 7 people saying this same exact thing. Without it, it does not change. Said, man, being a rapper is one of the most dangerous jobs in America. It's more than just Jim Jones said it. I know at least 3 people, probably more like 6 or 7, I've heard in my life in interviews say is one of the most there are stats to back this up. Like, that's why, like, when I be slow with this shit, that's also sometimes why, because I be thinking about, like, damn, like, this shit is really some dangerous shit sometimes. And, like, I'm built for it and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm built and equipped. You feel what I'm saying? But it's a matter of, you know, I got a kid, got wife. Shit's important. I know I'm built for it. I know my wife built for it. My son will be built for it. He gotta get there first. So, like, that's why I move in a way where I don't just, like, I see too many motherfuckers that chase clout and they just be on some, like, I'ma just do this to, like, that's why, and whenever people say that shit to me, it don't affect me or bother me in any way, but it just, like, at the same time, it's like, bro, if you only knew, if you only understood, like, it's the opposite. I didn't even, I got clout without even trying to chase it, just off doing some real life shit. A lot of it you can't Google. Some of it you can. Some of it made the fucking news. But I'm saying, like, I don't come on here trying to be nothing I'm not either. And I try to give you this shit so that, cause I know a lot of people is not in my position. I know this. I mean, I said the other day to Pops, I'm like, listen, man, I done more living than some people who did. Yo, what, man? Meg should have known this was possible outcome. However, I think she's one of them very impulsive people. She's one of them people who doesn't think of that. She's just thinking about, oh, I could have a whole, like, story and saga off of this. And, like, yeah, he did piss off Jay and all this other shit. You gotta think about all the factors going on around her. Why, what might have been going through her head. Because I know this much too. If they gave that bitch Kelsey immunity, they gave the state's star witness immunity, that means the state's case has a level of guilt in it. And I think they're gonna purposely do it, not just to, like, throw her off, but because this is usually how it works. You beat the case and say, well, there may or may not be further follow-up matters you may have to deal with in relation to this. But yeah, this motion is adjourned. This is dismissed. You feel what I'm saying? So, they'll push it to a disposition of, you know what I'm saying, just throwing it out. But like I said, even when that happens, say, for example, that happens and then there's, like, a false sworn statement attached to a case or some other shit. Like, that's what I'm saying. It just depends on what they want out of this. Because if they can lock Meg Thee Stallion up for 5 years, especially in some, like, it wouldn't even have to be federal, but just in some, like just 5 years for, like, some gun-related shit. Okay, you would be able to give the girls of this generation the same problem as the dudes of this generation. Okay? So, like, which they already have a lot of the same problems. Okay? But, you know what I'm saying? Some of them, like, not some of them, the girls don't have, the girls don't have as much, nearly, of the like, by any means, like, I'ma survive. I don't care if I have to do some illegal ass shit. Like, they call it balls for a reason. Like, me and my brother Smiles was talking about this shit the other day. That's some shit you can't teach somebody. That's some shit that's naturally lacking in the world. Like, basically what I think they looking at now is like, well, if she goes and does crazy time, we can get the girls of this generation on some real ignorant ass shit too. The girls is a little bit less ignorant than the dudes. They ignorant in different ways. These dudes that's out here in this generation, they're the type of dudes who a lot of them, I hate to say it, they gonna get themselves smoked. A lot of them gonna wind up doing life. The girls is just gonna wind up with a bunch of kids without no dads around. That's basically where shit's at right now. Not, I don't want to say for the most part, but it is increasing. That's why they're promoting shit like Meg Thee Stallion's music. So if they can promote that and some gangster ass shit that will get to the girls, that's like, to them, that's just as good as Tory not being able to do nothing in America. That's like second best to them. Like, it's bigger than, I think, just like Tory and Meg. I think it was some shit designed initially like, hey, this motherfucker, we're gonna fuck his whole shit up. Because I'm pretty sure if you get deported, you can't even come back to America to visit on business. So, motherfucker can't do no jumper, no breakfast club, no flat. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but I think because now that's backfiring, they're realizing, wait, if she gets crazy ass charges, does hella time in prison. Okay, Remy Ma didn't have the level of like slut to her that Meg does, right? So when Remy Ma did that, it didn't do that with a lot of bitches, you know, because the bitches from our generation already was on some get money shit, but like it was certain bitches. Okay, Meg has an effect where she affect all the bitches of this younger generation, right? So they can, I'll tell you this, for dudes, I feel like a big part of dudes, especially in the hood, don't care about going to prison, even if they never been there, because they seen their older brother go can't talk. Seen their older brother go to prison, seen their big homie go to prison, seen little homies that they was cool with go to prison, their friends been to prison, you see what I'm saying? The motherfuckers they listen to on the CD is in prison. You feel what I'm saying? Their favorite rappers is in prison. So it's just, it conditioned you to really be like, okay, prison's just normal. It's normal to go to prison. It's normal to be a convicted felon. It's normal to be a predicate. You know what I'm saying? It's normal to be a predicate felon. It's normal to be a public nuisance. The girls don't have that. If Meg did 5 years, you'd start seeing that. So, I think they were hoping to get Tory kicked out of America. That's what I think they were hoping for. But they knew. Because it's not just like this is not just something you have to do for your career, I don't think. You do this because certain other celebrities above you in the bigger play of things, I think, enjoy seeing it. I'm not going to hold you. It's fucked up, but I think that's what it is in some cases. I don't know for sure. I'm out there, bitch.